Can the best roller coaster event in the entire world be nestled in a small town in rural Indiana? It might be. We'll talk about it on this episode.
Welcome in, everyone, to this episode of Rollercoaster Rants. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Ryan.
We know it's been a while since we've had our full-length episode, and in part, mainly, it's my fault.
It's all his fault.
All my fault. Personal life has gotten in the way as far as moving in a bit of a transition between homes and as well as work this summer. Thankfully busy, but still no excuse not to talk about roller coasters. Definitely been way too long. And Ryan, we've got a really good topic today. Your childhood park.
Yeah.
And what an event. We're a little bit delayed from talking about HoliWood Nights. It took place back at the end of May, and definitely a topic that we shouldn't have waited this long to discuss.
Yeah, I mean, went up on a Friday morning, 2 full days there. You wouldn't think like, oh, Hollyworld's a 2-day park. You'd be surprised. And then ERT both days, water park ERT, included food, just really good times all the way around. We actually rented a cabin right next door, so it was easy access. It was really easy to, get in and out of the park. So if we wanted to bring in the camera and stuff and have some shots, as you'll be seeing, and then we could run it over to the cabin, come back. It was really good experience overall. We'll dive into it more as the show goes on, but I mean, what can you say? It was an amazing time, incredible for sure.
And I think that's putting it lightly. I mean, just this event was just, honestly, it felt so exclusive too. The process of getting tickets for this event was extremely tough. I thankfully was able to get tickets. Ryan, however, wasn't.
Yeah, 20
and
seconds.
It was by seconds.
20 seconds it took me to put in all my information. And there were like 5 different boxes. Didn't get the tickets. So
sold out 15 to 20 seconds. That took place last November or December. And they posted the link, said, hey, this is when the link's gonna drop. So thankfully was able to autofill on the iPhone, really helped out. Was able to get those tickets. And this year you could only buy 2 tickets in order to get to the event if you got one of the ticket codes. So thankfully the 2 of us were able to go. A couple of other friends weren't able to make the trip, unfortunately, but still we had a great time ourselves. And yeah, I mean, I think that's just kind of going into it. We started off the show saying, could it be one of the best events, coaster enthusiast events? And I'll be honest, haven't been to many, but this was a standout event from what I could enjoy. I mean, just, you said it, ERT on both the park, water park, everything, just made for a great event. And the theme, Beetlejuice as well. So, I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah, and there's a walk-back tour where you got to go, behind the scenes of Legend and Raven, which is pretty unique because most of the footage I saw beforehand was on, like, behind the scenes on the Voyage, which is it's just incredible, but there's a lot of it out there. This was a little bit more of a unique thing they haven't done in a couple of years, so it was cool to get back behind the Legend and the Raven and see different angles of that you just can't see from the regular park, for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's the cool thing about the exclusivity of the walkback tour is the fact that Holiday World, a lot of the coasters go where you can't see, and being able to go on the back trails there between Raven and Legend was really, really cool, and got some really unique angles that will show you just some of the B-roll that we got of the coasters. I don't know. It was just a really fun pair of days. And I think the vibes were just incredible.
Which is crazy. It started off the first day, it poured more than we've ever been poured on. And it was just like, oh man, is this going to ruin the event and stuff? And no, I mean, of course the staff, I mean, if you haven't been out to Holiday World, the staff is just friendliest staff in the world, no doubt. Like, It's the furthest I've had a park I've ever been to, but I honestly just can't see how another park would top it. Everyone there is just so like happy to be doing their jobs and excited. And we talked to so many employees that are like, "Oh, I got tickets tonight. I can't wait to go to the event and stuff." Like they're a bunch of enthusiasts, like just as, and then even the people in the gift shop are enthusiasts, and they're so excited to be there, and especially during this time of the event and everything, it's such a good atmosphere. So they were trying to get everything open as much as it could. Even though we got in so many rides on that Friday, you still get a, I have season pass, but you still get to come back a day for free because they have the big worry free guarantee. It's like if an hour and a half of combined ride time, like any of the major rides are shut down, your tickets, you get to use the ticket to return any day during the season. So yeah.
So me, I don't have a season pass, and so thankfully I've still got that ticket for that Friday to be able to go back to the park at some point the rest of this season. I mean, you're right. It rains, and most days at a park when it rains as much as it did, it can really put a damper on the day. But that wasn't the case, and just the fact that it seemed like most of the employees felt like it was a privilege to be working the event. I mean, we saw that they were cheering at the Voyage. They knew everyone was there to ride Trimless Voyage, and that kind of segues in to the next portion. But my goodness, a coaster that for me wasn't in my top 10 at the point in time, I think might have provided one of the best rides that I've ever experienced. Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, I was just going through all the rides in general. I mean, the Hollywood just does such a good job of retracking their Woodies every year. With the exception, Raven was a little bit there. There's like you get
Raven had a
you
pothole.
get jackhammered on Raven on a spot they might need to clean up. But like Legend and Voyage, compared to last year when you rode it, they're just so much smooth. I mean, they're not smooth by any means. They have a lot of bite, but they're not like rough as in like you're hitting potholes and stuff and it's just hurting you. You're like jackhammering and stuff. It's like the good kind of rough. So I think that was the main reason your opinion kind of changed on it for sure,
Yeah.
is that you weren't worried about getting hurt. You could actually enjoy the
Yeah.
ride. Um
Definitely got
Otherwise,
some bruises this time.
yeah, I mean, otherwise, Thunderbird, good gravy, always great. I mean, obviously, though, the star of the show, why everyone goes to HoliWood Nights, is the water park ERT. No, okay. No, I mean, okay, to be fair, the water park ERT, the three, I've been on probably like 5 water coasters in my life, but without a doubt, the top 3 are the Holiday World ones, especially Mammoth and Wildebeest. That two are just incredible rides. It was so cool to, me being from the area, most of the people that go to Hollywood are on a summer day. Like you can ride the Voyage as many times as you want because everyone is in the water park. The lines are like 2 hours long. They are massive. And to be able to just ride wildebeest, mammoth, cheetah chase, I think it's called, as many times as we
Yeah.
wanted. Like we rode them. We had like 7 or 8 rides in like an hour. Literally just walk on, walk on, walk on,
Yeah.
walk on. It was just like, okay, this is pretty cool. So that's something you just wouldn't be able to do without the event. Um, and then of course that leads into ERT, which is all about Trimless Voyage. I rode Trimless Voyage before this event. I told Marcus, I'm like, this is like the best coaster experience I've ever had in my life. It was incredible. He rode regular Voyage. He had the big pothole. He goes, I think you maybe have some bias, some hometown bias and stuff. He wasn't the biggest fan of it. And then again, yeah, we rode the Trimless Voyage, and I wasn't lying. I was telling the truth about every bit of it. It actually is the best ride, hands down, in my opinion, on the planet. It's just like unlike anything else. It's literally pitch black. You can't see in front of you, and it feels like you're going 100 miles per hour. It is insane. It's crazy how just taking the trim brake off does this. Also, just nighttime in general. All of the Hollywood roller coasters are incredible at night because comparing it to Kings Island at night, when you're just in a way more like populated area, so there's just natural light compared to like how big like the park is. Even when you're in the Beast at night, you can still kind of see where you're going. When you're on
Yep.
Legend, Raven and Voyage, you're in rural Indiana in the woods in pitch black darkness. You literally, like, on the Voyage, we actually couldn't see anything, like, at all. Like, we were in the back row, we couldn't see the row right in front
Yeah.
of us. We couldn't see the
Yeah.
train. And it just makes it like insane. I know that layout by heart, but you, for someone who probably didn't have it memorized on the top of your head, is probably even crazier because you had no idea where you were going. You were just getting thrown every direction, especially in
It
that
was,
spaghetti bowl.
yeah. I mean, and I think that the very first time that we rode it on that Friday, I no joke, I picked up my hand and I think I put my hand in front of my face and I couldn't see it. And I mean, I've grown up going to Kings Island. I've got night rides on the Beast, and obviously, Beast night rides are iconic, but unbiased, you cannot say that
Well, it's not even like
the. I mean, the Voyage is just
it doesn't even.
to another.
It's crazy
level.
that people like would ever say that the Beast Night Ride is like better than the Voyage Night. It doesn't make sense. It's just
I
like you
just don't see
haven't
it.
been on the Voyage Night Ride then, because it's actually like it's 20 times better. Like
Yeah,
it's already one of the best coasters in the world. And then you add these other elements, it just makes it insane. Like the Beast is like an average coaster that turns into a good coaster.
a really good coaster. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
but the Voyage is just another level. And if I still have the clip of your reaction from last fall, I'll put it here in just a second.
Dude, that thing, the best thing I've ever done in my life, 100%. The second half of that, I've never went so fast, ever. That we have to do this next year. You have to experience this. That was life-changing. I'm not even kidding.
But I mean, I think that just goes to show just how awesome that the Voyage Night Ride and Trimless is, because all of these people come. Everybody wants these tickets for that. But also, I think that it speaks to just the event in and of itself. People want to come be a part of the vibes that Holiday World has created for that event. It's second to none in our book. We are really, really hopeful in trying to get tickets for next year. And I'll be honest, I don't think I've told you this. So in the review for HoliWood Nights, the survey that they give you post event, one of the things I said, I hope that they treat the tickets like season tickets, like the Bengals or a pro team, where you're guaranteed to get that seat for the next year as long as you choose to buy it. Well, I said, hey, Holiday World, if you all treat our tickets like we have the right to these tickets yearly, unless if you resell them or choose to not
this
come.
is where you have the problem though, is because everyone that goes, and I'm talking like like us, you have all the huge creators, they come year after year, and we live close. They're coming from California and all across the world. I think everyone, they go and they do this experience and they just want to come back. So like, would you even get new people that were coming if you did that? That's the thing, because everyone else would just take up all the 80% of the tickets would be just people that were there the previous year.
Don't get me wrong. It would not be fair to anyone who did not have tickets. But as someone who got tickets this past year, hey, I'm advocating for that. But of course, that probably won't happen. But
it's just something that you have to. If you're a roller coaster like enthusiast, you love roller coasters, and if you haven't been to Hollywood before, even if you have been to Hollywood before, it's just something that you just have to try to do. Like you have to try. It's worth taking the couple days off work, flying out, going through like a random company, like rental car, like getting a ride from a random airport 2 hours, 3 hours away, like whatever. It is worth it. Like it just do it. It'll be worth it. Once you're there for the 2 days, you might be staying in a random little hotel 20 minutes away, or maybe 45 minutes away. Doesn't matter. Just make it work. Get there, because once you experience it, you're going to be like, wow, that was like just such a unique, once in a lifetime thing that I might never do again, but I'm glad I did it. Like,
yeah. Especially if you can get that ticket code whenever they release them, probably November, December again. Definitely try to go if you get it. And yeah, I mean, as far as going and making the most out of it, we stayed at Sun Outdoors, Lake Rudolph. Again, it's right next to um, the park, a minute, 2 minute drive max. So definitely would recommend it again. And we stayed in a cabin. It was very nice.
Yeah, if you went with a group of people, like we were just exhausted because I mean we just I mean it's 10 to midnight or whatever, and then 10 to 11, 10 to midnight, and we were exhausted. But like if you had a big group of people, you wanted to like have fun afterward and everything. Cabin's just obviously it's a great spot, just hang out and then get ready to go the next day. So yeah, I mean
Yeah. And honestly, we're talking about HoliWood Nights, but that in and of itself is not the only way to visit Holiday World. We would recommend going at any point in the season if you can. Ryan kind of spoke to the water coasters. I had never been on one prior to this event. I probably wouldn't have gone on a water coaster at Holiday World had I not had the ERT. Just absolutely incredible. The water park is a reason to go. The great world-class wooden coasters are
not
a
just
reason
the
to
Voyage. Like that's another good part
go.
about
You got
it.
three of them.
Yeah, so the Voyage everyone's in line for, and obviously rightfully so. It's a once in a lifetime experience. But Raven and Legend, you can literally just walk on, just marathon them, and no one even goes to Thunderbird. You could, which is a great roller.
It was dead.
Which is again one of the best B&M coasters made after 2014 in the world. So it's like, I mean, we won't get into that and and what B&M's doing nowadays. That's a topic for another day. But anyway, it's just great ride. I would guess there'd be not one person in the station on Good Gravy, but it's just not.
I'm sure there would be one
or two. Yeah, that's just not really the demographic of people staying for ERT on coasters.
Hey, and we haven't even mentioned the little concert that they had.
A little concert
during
and the
Saturday
food
night.
They fed us. We got like a Thanksgiving dinner. We got, what did we get the other night? Pizza. This
really good pizza.
Yeah, they fed us. They didn't give it to us, but my coffee shop that I always go to, Perky Turkey. It's my number one thing right there. And then just another very interesting topic, which might be breaking news to some, if you haven't been following closely. But the old Rapids a couple years ago closed down, and the plot of land is flat now. They have a giant fence, but right after we went for HoliWood Nights, they actually put up what's our sandals, and it says coming like 2027. So definitely for that plot, I'm thinking a roller coaster. I don't know if I would be, with how B&M is doing, I don't know if I'd be excited for a surf coaster like Pipeline at SeaWorld. I'd be open to it. I definitely think it's going to be a water coaster, or not just a roller coaster though. Not a water coaster, but a roller coaster.
And you wonder with their ties from Thunderbird if it could be just, like you said, a B&M, or if for whatever reason they go with Vekoma, since they just worked with them with Good Gravy.
I'd say it wouldn't really be for whatever reason. That would, they 3 years apart is very short time for Holiday World. So it would, I think we both think it would make perfect sense for them to do like a two coaster project, buy one, get one half off kind of thing.
Vekoma with the sale going on.
But this would definitely be a thrill coaster if it is a coaster. I mean, they just want very family friendly. So
I think that just the investment from Holiday World just shows, there's so many reasons, a plethora of reasons to go, and it stems from all of what we've mentioned. Free unlimited soft drinks.
We even talk about free unlimited soft drinks. If you don't know what Holiday World is, free unlimited soft drinks.
Yeah, free parking, free sunscreen. I utilized the sunscreen both days, and it helped tremendously.
The cleanest park in the world, hands down.
And it is. And I think I used to sing high praises for my home park of Kings Island, and this year I haven't been able to go as much since I've been able to be, or I've been in a move. I live a little bit farther away at the moment from Kings Island than I used to, but used to be able to sing the high praises, but it doesn't come close.
Yeah, and our trip to Cedar Point earlier this year, It's just
Nothing comes close to Holiday World.
again, let's just not talk about the Six Flags merger. We'll leave that for another episode. But
Yeah.
you know, it is nice to go to a park and everyone cares about their jobs. Everyone's in a good mood. Everyone is just there. They are there to make sure you have a great time. They're having a great time. And it just has a different vibe for sure. Even though like it's not like even though like Good Gravy's really good and stuff, it's not like the best. It's not the craziest steaming. It's not like it's not incredible. But it's just like the vibes when you're there, especially during HoliWood Nights, are just unmatched. Really.
Yep. No. 100%. It's definitely worth a visit if you've never been, and if you have been,
And you know what we're
still.
talking about. I'm sure
know
you
what?
agree.
You can echo exactly what we're saying. Well, I think that's all we've got for this episode of Rollercoaster Rants. Of course, as always, we're trying to grow both TikTok and YouTube here. We're going to try to post more consistently moving forward, trying to balance the work personal life a little bit, but we are definitely going to try to post more consistently. So please be sure to follow along. Thanks for watching if you made it this far, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See you later.